Why would I join an organizing group if it activates my fight or flight response every day? This is a video on identifying and managing 4 different stress responses: fight, flight, fawn, and freeze within a community organizing group. Because we have different levels of stress we can handle and different ways we handle it. Fight responses can look like questions that assume the worst of another member, passive-aggressive group chat messages, people yelling at each other back and forth in person. Flight responses can look like a member leaving a group chat because of something that was said, leaving the room during an in-person disagreement, avoiding people when they try to interact with you. Freeze responses can look like members looking very checked out, silent during meetings, not reacting to anything being said, defaulting to "I don't know" whenever they're asked a question. Fawn responses can look like signing yourself up for more work than you can handle, leading a project you don't really want to lead, not voicing your own opinion because you're afraid of how it might make you look. So what can we do about this? We want most members of our group to be within their window of tolerance for stress. It's impossible to get everyone, which is why I say most. We want to have some training for when things get heated and people enter fight or flight mode. We want some measures for when everyone's frozen and doesn't know what to do. And some measures for when people are fawning and taking on more work because they feel like they have to. For tackling the fight or flight response, it can be training members on how to de-escalate in group chats and in person. Like providing people with some options for resolution. For example, do we want to talk about this in person at the next meeting? Do we want to take a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break? Neutral body language, controlled tone and volume, and breathing exercises are all examples. For tackling the freeze response, we can train members to facilitate broader discussions so the people who feel frozen might feel comfortable contributing again. And do one-on-one check-ins with those members, especially if they used to be very active. Finally, for the fawn response, we can get more people trained to take on certain roles, have a rotation system for responsibilities, like 3 people have to do this before I do it again, so one person doesn't always take on the responsibility because they feel like they have to. And maybe some ways to submit ideas anonymously for those people who feel like it's really hard to voice their own opinion in person. Ideally, most of our work internally is not spent fighting or flighting or fawning or freezing, but building.